We were originally going to document our journey adventure so that we remember, and also for the kids. But so many of you have asked if you could share it with us as well. So we are going to upload a little video to YouTube once a week. Our YouTube channel is called Passports and Potholes.
Correct. Yep.
Passports and Potholes. Like and subscribe. Lol, not really. And we're going to aim to upload a video once a week, probably on a Friday. The first episode might be a little bit longer because it's all about the preparation for the trip. And after that, if you're interested, I think you'll be subjected to about 25 minutes of our week on video. Apologies for our camera work and our editing. We're very new at this, but we will hopefully get better as the trip progresses. So we're starting in Seattle. We'll be reunited with the bike in Anchorage, and then we are heading up to...
we are going up to the Arctic Ocean, which is Prudhoe Bay. We've got the Dawson Highway, which I'm really worried about. And then once we've done that, we are going to head back south through Canada into Montana, and then we're going to go to Minnesota, Chicago, Toronto via the Niagara Falls. We're going to go to Boston. We're going to go through New York. We're not going to stop there. We're going to go to Memphis. We are going to go to, I can never remember the place, the brass band place, what's that called?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. We're going to go to Vegas via Dallas. And then we are going to go to San Francisco, LA, San Diego, and then we are going to go into Mexico, down through Central America, and the first part of the trip we're going to finish in Panama, which is where we're going to store the bike and then eventually ship it to Colombia for the next leg.
Yep, and we're going to fly back, we'll fly from Panama back into the US and then fly home for Christmas. So Tim is the director on this YouTube channel.
Which means I'm in charge.
I'm going to have to learn how to take direction, so that will be interesting. I'm sure there are going to be lots of laughs and probably quite a few tears, and we would love it if you kept in touch and commented and just kept in touch with us, because we're a long way from home, and as most of you, if you're watching this, will know, I'm going to miss home. So it would be lovely to hear from you whilst we are away. So 8 weeks today, exactly, is going to be our very first day in Seattle and the very start of our 6-month trip across America and down to Costa Rica. So we want to take as many pictures and photographs, videos, etc. as we can. We want to share all the beautiful scenery wherever we go with you as best we can. We're a little bit late to this particular party, but we have got this. Well, if you're wondering why I'm walking so slowly, it's the C word. No, not that one. This one. Camping. morning up to London on the bike to get our visa for Honduras. We're here at the embassy, it's just off Baker Street, and 25 minutes later we're all sorted.
Well, good morning. Here we are on this lovely sunny day, off to Cheltenham BMW to get the bike MOT'd. The MOT runs out in, I think it's August, but obviously we're going to be away and I won't be able to get it MOT'd, so we have to bring it forward to now. The tax also runs out in August, and then I won't be able to tax it either, so that's the plan today. They're also going to change the prop shaft under warranty. At 37,000 miles they changed them, so that's happening today as well. I'm also using this as a bit of a test because I've just put a GoPro camera on my helmet so you can see what's going on, and I really need to clean that, sorry. But it's a bit of a nightmare because something always doesn't connect. So I've got a phone, I've got the sat nav, and I've got the GoPro, and I've got my headset in my helmet with a microphone. So the headset is connected to the GoPro, and the headset is connected to the phone, and the headset is connected to the sat nav, and the sat nav is connected to the phone. But you can only have two things on at one time, so it's a bit of a nightmare. Something always doesn't work. But touch wood, this is working. Well, I'll find out later when I download the footage. Anyway, that's the plan for today. Catch you later. Okay, so I'm on my way home from BMW. The bike has passed its MOT, and they've also changed the prop shaft. And in case you're wondering, this bike does not have a chain. It's more like a car, it's just got a prop shaft, which is great for the kind of things that I use it for, because there's just no maintenance. Don't have to oil it, don't have to adjust it. It's just there. Anyway, so in terms of the bike, it's nearly ready to go. I've got to give it a service. I have got to change the tyres, and I've got to change the brakes. Now I don't really know how to do any of that, so I'm going to learn. I think it'll be fine. I've got to change the tyres to knobbly off-road tyres, because as soon as we get to Anchorage, more or less straight away, well, the road from Anchorage to Prudhoe Bay, which is the top of the States, it's at the Arctic Ocean, that's 1,000 miles of gravel and dirt, so can't really do that on these tyres, which is why we'll put the knobblies on. So yeah, we'll do that in a couple of weeks, get the service done, get the brakes done, and then it's ready to go. Due to ship it on the 1st of May, so we'll be going down to Heathrow, and then they're going to well, basically put it in a crate and put it on a plane, and when we get to Anchorage, hopefully it will be there. Anyway, that's it for now.
5 weeks to go. We've woken up this morning to the news that the volcano Mount Spur in Anchorage is about to erupt any day. The last time it erupted, it covered the whole of Anchorage with ash and smoke for a month. So obviously a bigger problem for the residents of Anchorage, but will also probably have an effect on us. Loads of you have been asking me what on earth and how I'm going to pack for 6 months away. It's still -5 in Anchorage and snowing, and then as we head down through Canada and into the States and into Minnesota, it's going to be the summer, so it's going to be really hot. Yeah, so I've got a 45 litre bag. That's it, that's all that Tim will let me take.
That is not true.
And what to take. So I've started. It's not going brilliantly, I've got to say. So I've limited myself to my motorbike boots, my running shoes, my trusty tethers, and then one pair of light sandals to wear should we go out somewhere, hopefully my birthday. I've got a bag of shorts, 2 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of jeans, 1 cashmere jumper because I think it's going to be cold, and I've also got some thermal leggings to wear in bed because when Tim did a test camping trip here, he was really cold. So I'm going to take some thermals just in case. I've got in here a couple of dresses just in case. I might have to ditch them, I don't really know. I'm not sure I'm going to have room. Loads of t-shirts I don't mind binning. Well, not loads, I think I've got 5. And we'll just have to rinse them, wash them out. Underwear. In here, I can't remember what I put in here. So, a couple of leggings for running, walking, yoga, a couple of sports bras and a couple of running t-shirts. And that, my friends, is it. So all of that you think is going to fit in there. It will, absolutely, not a problem. The problem comes, all of that will go in there, no worries. My problem is anti-aging cream, makeup, Rain Max, shampoos, toothbrushes, Marmite, epilator, battery packs, sunglasses, hairbrush. That's my problem. Where's all that going to go? So I've packed everything up, clothes-wise, and my running shoes in that bag, and this is what I've got left over, which is a little bit problematic. Now, we went to get our yellow fever last week. Tim's really suffering today, actually, because that flu type symptoms have all kicked in, so he's not feeling great. But when we were there, the pharmacist was super helpful and has suggested that we also take some antibiotics, some anti-sickness, all sorts of things to take with us just in case we need them. So we've got to fit those in somewhere. I've put all the medicines that we currently take in here, but that is not going to, and this clips on the side of the bike, but that's not going to be nearly big enough because we need to get loads more. So all of this is like pretty important stuff, and it's just a case of fitting it in or just not taking as many t-shirts, I guess. So something's got to give. So we're going to go down to the garage, we're going to lay everything out, and we're going to start loading up the bike and seeing what kind of room we've got left over. We've got 2 rain jackets that need to go on and my waterproof trousers as well. Yeah. So I need to unpack this because it's just too big. So that's really disappointing, upsetting. It's going to be like the naked trip around the world. But anyway, I'll figure it out. I do have a sneaky plan though. We've got some lovely friends who are coming out to meet us in Nashville, and we're doing a little side road trip from Nashville, Memphis, New Orleans. Thank you, Rachel and Andy. And ta-da-da! This is a little bag that I'm going to very kindly ask them to bring with them, so that I have a change of clothes and some clean underwear, and I can get rid of some of my other stuff. And then we've also got some very lovely friends. Thank you, Chris and Amanda. And they're going to come out and meet us in Costa Rica. And so I have got another bag for them to bring out, hopefully, to me, so that I have another change of clothes. And some nicer outfits to wear in Costa Rica so I don't look like a literally hairy biker woman. It's quite the process. So we're channeling our inner Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boardman. If you haven't seen Long Way Round or Long Way Down, watch it because it's brilliant. And this is us channeling the same kind of vibe, except I'm missing Russ. We need a Russ in our lives. This is pretty much everything that we've got to take. Obviously we've got our bike gear, so we'll be wearing our bike trousers, and we've got heated jackets, and we've got our bike jackets, so that none of that is here, which we'll have to, when it gets hot, we'll just have to strap it to the top of the bike, I guess, somehow. We've got 2 panniers, so that one over there is mine, and this is hopefully going to go inside it. This is Tim's pannier, but he's choosing to put all the camera gear and the drone and his laptop and all of that kind of happy stuff in his pannier, but tells me that he really doesn't need to take very many clothes. There's loads of camping gear. We've got an outdoor fire pit, we've got a tent in one of these bags, and we've got sleeping bags, sleeping mats, pillows somewhere, but I'm not sure where, a couple of towels, and then we've got loads of stuff to fix the bike as well. So we've got inner tubes, and we've got a spare tyre. There's a really funky little place, I'll show you, on the bike, which is here, and that's where Tim keeps, will keep a load of tools in case we need to fix the bike, which I'm sure at some point we will need to do something. So yeah, now we've got to get all of that into all of those bags and then get on the bike. It will probably weigh about half a ton by the time we're all finished, which does beg the question, why not just take a car?
Because that would be boring.
So we've packed it all up, we laid it all out, so we want all of our waterproofs to be easily accessible, so they're in there. These are our camp chairs, there's one in here. What's in here, babe?
That's all the breakdown stuff.
Okay. Then walking around this side, we've got all the, not all, but loads of tools and bits and pieces to fix the bike in here, another camping chair on top. That's my pannier, and what I have learnt is that I need to take some stuff out, which will be tricky for me because, as you know, I love my clothes. And yeah, but it's too heavy and it's too squishy in there. So yeah, I need to think about that and what I'm going to do. Don't know. Then we've got these 2 are full of camping gear. So we've got sleeping bags and ground mats and pillows and all of that, and we've got a rain jacket each in these 2, and then Tim's clothes will go in what's left of one of those.
My clothes. So that's all I've got room for.
And then over here we have got the tent and the tent pegs and all of that, and then this other pannier is full of techie stuff, computers, cameras, all of the tripods, all of that malarkey. So there is room for clothes in there as well. So Tim worked out yesterday that if we buy water every day to drink on our trip, it's going to cost us about £2,000 for the entire trip. I drink probably about 4 or 5 pints a day, and a normal bottle of water is about $1.60. So this is what we're going to do. So Tim, me.
But also, we're going to be remote as well, and we might not have access to water. So
yep, that's also true. So Timmy very kindly bought us a water filter system for Christmas, and Tim has now bought this
Bladder.
Yes, it's not a very nice name. It's called a bladder. Anyway, so to test it out,
disgusting water we can find.
He's going to dip it in the water butt that's been here for a year. I'll just show you. Oh my god, that is rank.
Yep, it is. You're going to be drinking it.
So he's dipping it in. He's going to fill it up. I'd just like to take this opportunity to say that I will be buying bottles of water. And perhaps not drinking that. So we're going to go back and he's going to test it through the filtration system. Maybe I could just steal water from restaurants. I don't really know, but this is not that appealing.
We'll take it out of rivers.
Indeed.
Petrol station.
He's going to put it through the filter and then he's going to drink it, and then he's going to stay really, really close to a toilet for the next 4 hours. Sorry about the washing.
I'll do it. Right, we've got to get the air out. We've also got to carry it on the bike, so it's got to be stable.
I mean, in all seriousness, our thoughts were, apart from the horrendous amount of money it would cost to buy water all the time, was that if we were camping somewhere remote and we got stuck and we didn't have any access to water, it would be a really good idea just to have some emergency water on board. Having seen the water butt, it's going to have to be some kind of emergency for me to drink it. So what are you doing now?
So this is the filter. Apparently it lasts for 5 years and it'll do 4,000 litres. I don't really know.
This is down to you, Timmy.
And then you hang it up somewhere. Put that in
I think
there.
it's called gravity fed. Is that right?
Yeah, well once you got to open the tap.
So we can hang it on a tree where the bears won't get it. I'm so sorry about my washing, everyone. And there it is.
I'm just going to let a bit go through so that I know it's not the clean stuff that we... Right.
I mean, it looks not entirely clear, but having read up about it, it doesn't make necessarily the water clear, it just gets rid of all the parasites and bacteria, and yum yum, off you go. Mmm.
Tastes a bit like chlorine, but it's alright. Cheers. Check back in tomorrow.
I'd say in about 4 hours, but you know.
So I live to tell the tale, and now my good friend Chris and I are in Scotland and we are seeing if it all works. As we had camped next to the river, we decided to see if we could use some of that.
Camp is all set up. Here's the bike, here's the water, here's the tent. All quite cosy. Got the fire pit ready to go. We're going to go down the pub soon, and then when we come back we're going to light that. But even with these creature comforts, I still don't think Adele is going to like it. we're ready for the off. Just leaving Scotland. Worked out what worked and what didn't work. All good really. The bags, they all work fine. The bike is heavy, but it's okay. Tent, perfect. Sleeping was all good. I've got to adjust these. This chair fell off on the motorway and dragged it behind, so luckily I sort of caught it, but that was okay in the end. Yeah, all good. So we're going to head back now, and we're going to do another trip to Kent, and that's our last one, and then the bike goes in a week. Right, catch you later.
Love the world and keep the sky in your mind.
Right, 336 miles to go. Gonna make a pit stop in Wales on the way home, and then it'll be another 150. So I'll have done 1,000 miles on this testing jaunt, and I think we're nearly ready.
Tim's on his way back from testing out more camping equipment in Scotland, and I am at home bracing myself for my very first camping trip down to Whitstable next weekend. So the bike leaves a week today. No, a week yesterday actually. So this is our final trip, my one and only trip, but Tim's final trip, just to test out all the camping gear, make sure it's all warm enough, make sure it all works. We've definitely learnt that we still need to take some stuff off of the bike. It's so heavy. So I'm going to have to repack my bag again, and I've got all sorts of medicines and bits and pieces like that. I'm going to have to cull that a bit as well, I think. So when we get back on Monday, that's what we will be doing, just to try and lighten the load. We've got absolutely no wiggle room, so if we need to put something extra on the bike, we haven't got any space at all. So that's what we need to address when we get back. Tim's in the background. He's super happy. Look. He's got his water bladder, that's the word, hanging from a tree, and he's just filtering it into his bottle. I know, so exciting. I bought mine from home.
Yes, but you're not going to be able to use that because there's not going to be a home where we go.
Yes, well, don't remind me of that. That's just going to make me want to go to the toilet all night long. Oh, morning everybody. My first night in the tent. My lovely husband is making a cup of tea. I think I can drink it. I'm not really sure if I'm still alive. It's very misty. So I learnt lots of things last night. I learnt that Tim had done a really good job researching everything and making sure everything was as comfortable as possible for us both, but mainly for me, I think. And the, what's it called? The puffy mattress thing underneath? Blow up mattress. It's really good. It's not bad. The sleeping bag, pretty warm. Tent, quite cosy. Did I sleep? I don't think I did. Not very much. Maybe from about 4 o'clock this morning.
You were snoring your head off.
The toilet situation isn't brilliant. I brought a hot water bottle with me. Honestly, it was perfect. I don't know what I'd have done without that. And I also think I need to invest in a hat. And I need to wear a scarf in bed as well, because it's drafty and I need something to keep me warm. But yeah, other than that, we'll report back later. We just got back from the bike trip, and it's been quite the learning curve, really. This bag here is full of all of our tent and stuff, and underneath is the fire pit that we bought. We're actually going to bin that now, not the whole thing. Bin the fire pit, because I think everywhere we go there's going to be a fire pit there for us, and we're going to swap what's in that bag and put the back box back on, because then that gives us 3 lockable containers, for want of a better word. Also, you can't open this with that on the back. These are our chairs, which are invaluable, but they're not that secure here, so we're going to revisit that as well. I'm going to revisit my packing yet again, and I think Tim's going to do the same. And he's lost his house keys. That's it. We're quite tired, actually, so there is a conversation to be had. But I've got 2 nights pretty decent sleep, and yeah, that's it.
I think that we have come up with the final arrangement for the bike, and I think this is it. And it's ridiculous, look at the size of it, but I just can't find another way of doing it. I really want to take this box because it's a lockable container. Obviously these are lockable as well. You can put a helmet in this, and you can put a helmet in that, so when we stop somewhere and we go for a walk or whatever, we can secure the helmets. And also we're taking camera stuff, so it's good to be lockable. The sleeping bags are a bit of a problem because they are huge. I mean, that's a sleeping bag. I can't believe how big they are. Anyway, I just can't find another way of packing it. So I think that's going to be it. Yeah. Anyway, so today I am off to get the tyres fitted. Here they are. Quite exciting. So I will report in shortly. I've got to take the wheels off on the side of the road. So I've never done that before. And it will be good practice in case I have to do it for real over there. So see you shortly. Just arrived at the tyre fitting place, so wish me luck. Right, got the front wheel off. There's a little washer thing which I've got to remember to put back on. Calipers are off. So far so good. He's just going to change the tyre and then I'll take the back off. I've had to weight the back down with some old tyres to keep the front off the ground, and then when I do the back, I'll have to take the panniers off and hang something on the front to keep the back up. Anyway, so far so good. So the back wheel, it's quite easy really, because it's a swing arm, so it just literally 5 bolts, and that's it. So that's off, done. Just waiting for it to be changed. Okay, that's it. Done. I'm going to drive really slowly on the way home though. Right, my first ever oil change. Let's hope it goes okay. Quite a bit awkward. Okay, so far so good. I've got to get that out of the way really quickly. How do I stop that from dropping in there? No, I'm just going to go for it. Get it. That comes out quick. Okay, not too bad.
Here we are at the bike drop in Feltham. We're on a big industrial estate, and behind me is where we're going to take the bike in to be crated up, and we will next meet it in Alaska. Well, the bike's beginning its journey. I'm going to try and not get run over. So we're here in Stabby Feltham, and we've dropped the bike off where it's going to begin its journey all the way to Alaska. So that's it, fully loaded actually, apart from me. So here they build a crate around the bike, and as you can see there are lots of other bikes waiting to go. Yeah, they'll build a crate around it, and we will next see it in Anchorage, hopefully. Do it this way for a minute. So Tim's just saying goodbye to his helmet. That's a bit rude, don't put that in. I'm going to redo this. So Tim's just having to empty everything because we can't take certain bits and pieces, or we can't put it on the bike and freight it because customs won't like that. I guess it makes sense, it's fair enough. So he's just having to unpack the bags in front of this guy, whose name I can't remember now, and just take a few bits and pieces out. We packed it all up so carefully.
Yep, no problem. Yep.
And now we have to unpack it.
Which one did you keep judging?
They go through good luck to you. We also take photos at each stage, so as soon as we put it on the pallet, we're hanging down, we take a photo, and take the photo to finish the product. So if you want photos of it whilst on the pallet, just ask Kathy or Shane.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ready to go. So we've got one big suitcase at home, which we've got our two sort of contents of our panniers in. It's a really old, really old grotty one that we're just going to bin once we get to Anchorage. But there's no room for anything else in it. But we've got all this contraband that we had to take off the bike. So glue, hand gel, 2 more sleeps and we're off. We've had a bit of a torrid week one way or another. We've had a bit of a nightmare with the shipping company. The bike freight people told us last week that all the flights had been cancelled. All the couriers that they use, the cargo company that they use, had cancelled all their flights to Anchorage, so we couldn't get the bike there. Would it be okay if we picked it up in Seattle? That wasn't really ideal. So we just learnt yesterday that they have managed to find a solution, surprisingly, and the bike is now en route to Anchorage. It's been a difficult week because I've said goodbye to Chelsea, to my friends. I had a fabulous 60th birthday weekend in Nice. I had a lovely lunch up in Birmingham, and I've said goodbye to my friends, and that's been really, really quite hard, and very hard saying goodbye to Chelsea. And I've just got Jack to go, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but such is life. Anyway, bike's on its way, so that is all good. We checked in all okay online, but after I checked in, I got a notification that our documentation wasn't correct, so we weren't able to travel. So we were a little bit tense going to the airport. I thought it was because we didn't have a return flight booked, but it was all fine. It was all fine. No pictures of my face on this occasion because it was puffy and my eyes were red from crying, because as predicted, leaving Jack was really hard. I know he's staying at home, looking after the house, holding the fort and probably having a wonderful time, but it was hard for me. So here's looking forward to a flight, sleepless in Seattle. Get it? See you on the other side.